Our next book is Amy Wu and the Perfect Bao by Zhang and illustrated by Charlene Chua. Published by Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers. Amy can do a lot of things. She can brush her teeth, she can tie her shoe, she can even do both at once. Sort of. But there's one thing Amy cannot do. She cannot make the perfect bao. Sometimes they come out too small. Sometimes they come out too big. Sometimes she adds too much filling. Sometimes not enough. And sometimes they fall apart before they even reach her mouth. Amy's mom and dad make perfect bao. So does her grandma. Their bao are soft, fluffy, and so delicious. Amy could eat them all day. Sometimes she does. Today, Amy is going to do it. She's going to make the world's most perfect bao. Bao making is an all-day event. Amy's dad starts in the morning, mixing together the ingredients for the dough. Then it's time to knead. He pushes the dough, he punches the dough. Amy gives it a try too. They leave the dough to rise. Amy keeps an eye on it, just in case it grows bigger and bigger and even bigger. Amy's dad squishes the dough down just in time. He rolls it into a log and cuts it into pieces. Meanwhile, Amy's mom seasons meat for the filling. Everyone gathers around the table and rolls up their sleeves. It's time to get to work. Amy's first bao turns out a little funny. So does the second. It's hard to know how much filling to add. Too little and the bao is sad and empty. Too much and oops. It's also hard to pinch the bao shut just right. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Amy watches her mom make a perfect bao. She watches her dad make a perfect bao. And her grandma too. They all try to teach her. Roll out the dough like this, says Amy's dad. Use just enough filling, says Amy's mom. Pinch, 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 says Amy's grandma. But Amy's bao just aren't the same. They're too empty or too fat. They have holes in them, they leak. Maybe today won't be the day after all. Maybe Amy just can't make a perfect bao. Then Amy has an idea. The pieces of dough were cut for grown-up hands, but Amy's hands are very small. She whispers her idea into her grandma's ear. Amy's grandma cuts each piece of dough into two smaller pieces, Amy-sized pieces. Now they fit perfectly in Amy's palms. Carefully, Amy rolls the dough so it's thicker on the inside and thinner at the edge. She adds just the right amount of filling. She pinches it shut. And there it is, Amy's perfect bao. She makes another and even more after that. She's a bao making master. Soon, all the dough and filling are gone. Everyone is tired, but they're not done yet. Amy's grandma boils a big pot of water. It's time to steam the bao. Amy keeps an eye on the steamer, just in case. All her perfect bao, and all the imperfect ones too, are snug inside. The bao are done. Amy's mom lifts the lid off the steamer. Whoosh! Out comes a puff of steam. Amy can't see anything at all. The steam clears. There are Amy's perfect bao. They're not too small. They're not too big. They have just the right amount of filling and they do not leak. They are soft and fluffy and so delicious. Amy eats one, then another. Then she eats one of the not so perfect bao. And you know what? It tastes just as good.